Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about Oden's Eye. Oden's Eye was nice enough to send me the Singles Jewel Shine collection that is getting ready to launch on January 5th. I have had these shadows since the beginning of time. Not really, but it's been a while. It's been before October. They were originally supposed to launch in October and it did get postponed, and now they're here and I'm so excited. So I've been using these for months. Excuse me if I sound congested. My little baby got COVID and I haven't tested yet because I'm just going to assume I have COVID as well. I have lost my taste. I have lost my smell. I have had fevers. I have had body aches. So I think it's probably safe to say that I am recovering from COVID. Happy New Year! This is called the Jewel Shine collection from Oden's Eye. It is their first time, to my knowledge, of them launching single eyeshadows. Now, I personally am such a palette girl because I love that you get more of a bang for your buck, but these prices I feel are pretty fair for singles, especially for multi-chromes. So they will launch on, I'm going to read it because I don't want to mess this up. They launch Swedish time on the 5th at 5 p.m. and then at 8 a.m. PST and 11 EST. There are 42 single shadows. M series are the multi-chrome shadows. There's 12 multi-chromes. They're so pretty. The S series are the shimmer eyeshadows. There's 30 of them. For a single shimmer, it's going to be $6.90. For a multi-chrome, it's $14.90. They do have single eyeshadow containers. I will show you that now. So the single eyeshadow containers look like this. They're $2.90. They sent me quite a few of these. They're nice because they're clear so you can see the color through it. I don't have them in here because I have them in different palettes just because I have all 42 of them. Plus they've sent me all 42 before. I've been sent them twice. I am super grateful and thankful too, by the way. So there's the magnet. The only thing I will say is you do have to use like something magnetized to take it back out because there's nothing, to my knowledge. Like I said, normally I'm a big palette person, so I could be like not right about these, but to my knowledge, I don't see a way to like poke it from the back to take it out. Whereas the 12 color storage container palette, which is $6.90, I don't think that's bad at all. $6 for the outer container for 12. Honestly, even if you're just picking up a few in case they eventually launch more or eventually launch mattes. I'm just saying this, I really literally have no clue if they plan on doing that. I'm hoping they do that, but I could see them like eventually launching more. I'm not I really don't know. I really don't know what's to come from Oden's Eye. This is the last thing I have from them, so I'm not keeping any secrets. I don't know, this isn't a hint, but if it were me, I would go ahead and buy this for the $6.90. It's nice because you can see all the shades through it. It's not like the most, I mean, it's plastic. So I feel like you're getting your money's worth, you know? It's not like high-end, built really sturdy, I guess. It's sturdy enough, but obviously, like if you dropped this from a high place, which hopefully you wouldn't, it might break, but it does have like this magnetized lid. I just love that you can see all of them. It says Oden's Eye, and this is the best part about it. This is why I suggest this one more, is you do have the little pinhole so you can just stick something through there to pop out the shadow so you don't have to like try to magnetize it out or dig into it. So that is super helpful. 42 shadows. As a palette lover, someone who likes buying curated palettes, not because I don't like creating color stories of my own, but I just always find again that it's just usually cheaper that way and like easier to review for me. So I felt a little bit overwhelmed when I saw this. So what I did, they gave me only two of these ones. So I wanted to try my best to curate kind of monochromatic schemed little 12 pan palettes. So every time I wanted to create one, so I have these two in here right now, but I created two others, but I had to pop all of them out and then put these ones in because I didn't have enough of these. So I wish I would have had like two more I mean, I'm almost thinking about picking one or two up from the launch so that I can, I don't know. We'll see. I think it's fun to create little 12 pan palettes. I think it's fun. So I created a purple one. I'll show you here. I called this one Orchid Medley because of all the pretty purples. This one has some multi-chromes. I have the shade names. Those are some swatches of those ones. We are going to go in this video through every single shadow, but these are just some fun little ideas, and I have the pictures on my Instagram again, which is For the Love of Glitter. So if you just want some inspo or to see some shades that might have some similar tones in them side by side, I have a photo, but I highly suggest also taking a look at the video so you can really see the shifts. The photos are hard to capture the shift. So these types of videos, you're probably going to want to take notes. So this is my Orchid Medley, I call. This next one I created is really what's mostly on my eyes today. I was like, this one's called Starburst Skies. I don't know, it just reminds me of like a starburst, but also a sunset. I decided to pair some like corals and golds, and this one definitely has some of my favorites in it as well. I have a favorite. Pretty much almost all the multi-chromes are definitely my favorite. The shimmers are beautiful, and there's definitely shimmers that I would feel like I had to pick up from this still. But the multi-chromes, of course, are what, you know, they really get to me because they're so beautiful. I'm going to also do some comparisons because some of the multi-chromes are like similar to some from the Christmas palettes. I'm just gonna first show you some of the little palettes I curated, and then we're gonna get into the swatches of them individually. So we're probably gonna start with the multi-chromes and then go into the shimmers. I'm gonna try to get through this video without talking too much. I tend to talk a lot, so I'm gonna try not to do that. All right, the next curated palette, I'm gonna call it the Magic Green Room. I'm currently in a musical, so if you're in theater, you know about the green room. If not, you should Google that. What is a green room? Tell me in the comments. Anyways, this one's definitely more green. Golden is so pretty. I had to throw in a few that aren't identical to being monochromatic, but it kind of just makes it a little bit more fun. These are just so beautiful. I love the detail. This does tend to disappear after you rub your finger in it over time, so keep that in mind. For instance, these ones have not been touched versus this is gonna like show you guys like how often I've used. That's how much I've been using them since I got them indents. I will say some of them are almost super shadowy formula, and they do tend to cream up faster. So they are very creamy. These work best for me with my fingers. Just if you really want that intense payoff like you see in swatches, definitely use your finger. I feel like it works beautiful with the brush, but you're not gonna get that full intense opacity, which these really do give if you use them with your finger. So over time, that beautiful kind of like, I don't know, woven look does disappear. The last color story, I saved like the blues for it, but then I didn't have enough because there's 42, so not quite enough to fill up 4 complete of these. So I did just add some kind of pinky purples. Honestly, they were already in there and I just kind of mixed them up a little bit. So I'm just gonna call this like Tropicana or something. I don't know, because it gives me kind of tropical vibes. I don't know, kind of like candy, Laffy Taffy, I don't know. Just fun. It's like the fun vibes. Here we go. I'll swatch this too. Mainly has the blues, but this just kind of shows you again some of the colors side by side so you can see the different blues by each other, the different pinks and purples. That was kind of the purpose of doing that. Let's get into swatching the multi-chrome stuff. So here is what we are working with. We have all the multi-chromes right here in the 12 pan palette. So I will swatch all of those in order. This again is the little singles case that you would get if you want to buy it. And then over here in this palette I have almost all of the shimmers. I couldn't get them all to fit in here, so I do have 2 leftovers in there. So we're going to be swatching all of these. We're going to solely focus on our multi-chromes right now. First shade we have is called Lola. Lola is a white base, green light, light pink, and blue multi-chrome effect. This one reminds me of this ColourPop liquid shadow they used to have called Money or Lucky, I believe, and it looks identical. It is so pretty. ColourPop has discontinued it. I don't know why. It was like one of the best things they ever had, but they did. So creamy, so smooth. Oh my gosh. She is so beautiful. Do you see her? This one definitely has more of a sheer base, so it can transform other shades or just be a gorgeous, just pop of Multichrome on the lid or in the inner corner. So even though I've seen shades like this, I'm not going to say she's the most unique. I probably would still put her on my wants list. The next shade is Ingrid, and as you can see, she's like a lime green almost that goes to pink and light gold. So to me, it almost looks like peachy. I love her. Pretty much a dupe for, if you missed out on the Merry Christmas palette, it's extremely identical to Elf Wish. Like, so if you're sad and didn't get Elf Wish, get Ingrid. I wouldn't put this on my wants list just because I already have the Christmas palette, so I have one just like it. I'll first swatch this one, and then I'll do a swatch on the back of my hands side by side. How beautiful. She is so shifty. But this would be a must-have if, again, I didn't have the Christmas palette. Beautiful. So let's go ahead and compare Elf Wish. So Ingrid, Elf Wish. I mean, I don't notice a difference. Oden's I might say there's a difference, or you guys might see a difference, but I don't. So this is Ingrid and this is Elf Wish. Ingrid, Elf Wish. The same. So if you were sad about missing out on that, fear no more. You can have her. I know a lot of people were really sad about missing out on that shade specifically. The next shade is called, I call it Maja. It's M-A-J-A, but I honestly feel like it might be Maja. I don't know. I come from southern Arizona where lots of things are in Spanish, like street names and schools and everything else. This is an orange, pink, light gold, fine shimmer multi-chrome effect. I used this one a lot when we first got them. I still use it, but especially in the fall time is when I probably used it the most. You can really see it's almost like a creamsicle to pink. This would be a fun summer shade, I think, and just gorgeous. All of them are really gorgeous, aren't they? Maja. Just coral gold. Just... The next shade is this one here, and this one is called Angela. It's a light blue, gold green, light violet, multi-chrome effect. Now this one almost goes down to a super shock shadow like immediately. I would say they're the same consistency as the Christmas palette multi-chromes. This one though, I feel like even more so, loses like that brick kind of woven effect almost immediately and looks super shock shadowy. So here it is. She's so pretty, but I do prefer this kind of one over here more just because this one doesn't have like a ton of glitter like I like, but she does have a beautiful reflect. It's almost like a rainbow fish scale from the Rainbow Fish book. So many colors, so pretty. Like that's gonna be what I say about all of them. So pretty. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and swatch them all in a row. I thought I was gonna do like a different layered effect look, but I think we're just gonna fix that up. Moving on to the next row, we have Isabella, and she is like, I consider her like rose goldy, but she's considered like a coppery. So Isabella is a copper, red, brown with fine shimmers. And she's one of my favorites too. I almost see like green in there too. She honestly shifts so many different colors. So Isabella, she reminds me of like a pretty antique rose. Next is my favorite in the entire collection. She's like Little Miss Holographic, but her name is actually Judy. She's a light purple, pink, and baby blue multi-chrome effect, and she is honestly probably the sparkliest one of all of them, in my opinion. Like she just, with like the most shift, and she's just so good. She's so good. In flash and stuff, she shines the most. She is a must-have. We love Judy. You need her. If you're my friend, you need to go get Judy. I don't know if you can see what I'm saying, but Judy has like just much more like shine than the other kind of purpley bluish one, Angela. So I prefer Judy 50,000 times over Angela. Angela is not bad, but Judy really just has a lot of like shine. Next we have No. No is also one that kind of is so creamy and a little less sparkly in my opinion. Kind of like Angela, almost like the same type. And Noah is considered a pink base gold purple multi-chrome. And she's pretty. She almost works good as a base for the multi-chromes. I don't know. She's probably just not my favorite. I don't mind this formula. I just like the sparklier ones better. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, they're still really gorgeous. If you guys know me, you know I really like them to be super sparkly and intense. Next up, we have this guy here. This one is Thor, and Thor is a purple, green, gold, 3-color multi-chrome effect. As you can see, it looks purple right now and then turns green. This one's like extra slick and smooth, but doesn't necessarily go down to like the Super Shock type formula right away. You can like see the 3 different colors right there, like so easily. This one is gorgeous, but I do feel like I have another shade like this in my collection somewhere. So it wouldn't be on my must-haves list just for that reason. Next up we have this nice pink here. This pink one is called Eden, and Eden is a pink base, rose pink, gold, and light pink multi-chrome effect. Honestly, when I see Eden, she's just this very vibrant pink and shifts ton of gold. It reminds me of summer too. This is like just a fun shade. Next we have Dimitri. This is one that when I first got these in the mail, I was like, oh my gosh, that is the coolest looking shade. This is like really impressive. I've never seen like such a deep sparkling blue. Dimitri is considered a dark base, bright blue shimmers with a multi-chrome effect. So it is so different because this one feels more similar to like Thor, super slippery. So you can see that really deep dark background. Sometimes it does look a little purpley. This next one I use so much around Thanksgiving time because it is, I don't know, it just looks like cranberry and warm. And this one is called Marius, and it's metallic copper, gold, and browns, and green. So it just reminded me of fall a lot. So I got a lot of use out of that during the fall time. Obviously you can use these whenever. This is just when I had it. This one again feels more like these ones, just super slick, beautiful. I'm making a mess. You can see the kind of coppery. These ones I feel like, the ones that I'm saying feel more like slippery and just smooth. You don't have as much glitter in them, but you do see the multi-chrome effect. And these ones are kind of more of, I feel like your traditional type multi-chromes. That one I probably would be tempted to get because I think I'd wear it a lot. You could pair this with a very neutral eye very easily. And the last shades of the multi-chromes, I think this guy is going to sell out pretty quick. This one's Leon, and it is like bright red shimmers and shifts kind of again like this blue one. So it has like a very dark base. So it looks like it doesn't have a shift, I think, because it doesn't go bright, it goes dark. And I think we're just not used to that. So this I like to call Dorothy's ruby red slippers because that's like what it is. Legitimately. Do you see how dark it goes? So it doesn't just stay red, it shifts dark. Like all of a sudden it's black. Like this is so interesting. I have nothing like this. This one when I saw in person for the first time too, I was completely blown away. It legit looked like glitter. It's just so crazy. I don't know how they did this, but they did. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off and do the flash. Turn my ring light off and do flash. So here are all the multi-chromes. Which one is your favorite? Let me know down below. You guys know Judy is my favorite. Okay, for time's sake, I am going to silently swatch the shimmers for you guys and put their names and asterisks by my favorites. These are gorgeous. I love them. They're affordable. and let's get into them because there's a lot of them. guys found this video helpful. I apologize if it wasn't. I really did try. This was definitely a big task for me. I think also because of the holidays just ending and traveling to Missouri and also being sick. I think it was a lot. I am so thankful that Oden's Eye gifted me with these so that I could present them to you. I love Oden's Eye Cosmetics. They're one of my favorite brands, and I'm not just saying that because they send me their stuff. They really are. Every time like I see their stuff, I just fall in love all over again, and that's really hard to do. Like makeup, I feel like it's been really hard to be like do something new or different, and I feel like they're just headed in the right direction. They just come out with such interesting, beautiful products, and they definitely have my shifty shimmer heart. I love it. So I hope that you find this helpful. I will be posting more on Instagram as well. This is a really big collection, and I'm someone that really likes to go in depth a lot. So this was a challenge for me for sure. So again, I hope it was somewhat helpful. It was very stressful. I hope you guys are enjoying the new year. I hope it's nothing but a great year for you guys. And let me know which shades you plan on picking up. I'm very interested to see everyone's favorite. I know on Instagram so far, Leon has been like talked about a lot. People are like, this red shimmer. And I'm like, I know it's Dorothy's shoes is like insane. All right, if you have any questions, leave them down below. Again, these launch on the 5th. Pay attention to their social medias. But thank you guys so much for watching, and you guys have a great day. Bye.